Good morning, guys. Welcome to your Yoga Every Hour Sunday morning flow. My name is Emma, or the Strong Yogi. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. So, if you haven't practiced with me before, I'll just go through your resting poses with you. So, if you need to rest at any point during this practice, you're going to take one of two poses. So, the first one's going to be child's pose. So, if you come to your tabletop position, which is where your wrists are under your shoulders, your knees are under your hips. You're just going to sink those hips backwards and rest your forehead on the mat. And then the other one is your downward facing dog. So from exactly the same position, your tabletop position, you're just going to tuck those toes under and lift those hips up towards the sky. This is your downward facing dog. So if you need to take those poses at any point during the practice today, then please do so. Or if you need to modify any of the other poses or just come out of them, if they don't feel so great, then please do that also. This is your practice. This is your time. So take this practice to wherever you need to today. I'm not going to be playing any music in the background. So if you want to pop your own music on, then please feel free to do so. So let's get started. So we're going to start in a nice comfortable seated position this morning. So cross those legs if that's comfortable to you. And we're just going to start by taking a nice big shoulder roll backwards, opening that chest, lengthening that spine, and let's just close those eyes. And then from here, just bow that chin downwards towards the chest, keeping that spine nice and long. And you can either keep the palms of the hands where they are on those knees, or you can bring one hand to heart center, and then just place the other hand on top of it. And just feel that energy, feel your energy this morning. And just take a moment here to notice your breath, but don't try to change it, just notice it. And just take a moment to notice how you feel. And then we're going to lengthen those breaths, so let's take a nice deep inhale. Feel that chest rise. And a nice complete exhale. And again, inhale. And exhale. And this time we're going to inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath in for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath in for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale completely for 4, 3, 2, 1. And just soften that breath, take it back to a normal breathing pattern. And just gently melt those hands down to your knees. And you can either keep the eyes closed or blink them open and just lift that head upwards. And then we're just going to take some nice shoulder rolls backwards. And let's roll those shoulders forwards. And then from here, we're going to inhale, raise the hands to the sky. So really reach those fingertips up, lengthen the spine, draw that belly button inwards, creating length, creating space in your body here. So reaching all those fingertips away, stretching through the palms of your hands, pushing those arms back, beside your ears, feeling that stretch in your shoulder blades. Take a nice deep inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to fold forward, placing the palms to the mat. Nice. From here, we're going to inhale, soften, and exhale. Inhale, I just want you to sink downwards towards the mat. And then exhale, just lift that chest up, gaze upwards. And exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, lifting upwards, keeping those sit bones grounded. And again, drop down. And lift up. And one more time, exhale, drop down. And inhale, just come all the way up, slide those fingertips back up. Inhale, reach those hands to the sky. And then as we exhale, we're going to take our right palm to the right side of the mat. We're going to reach up and over with that left hand, keeping that left sit bone grounded. Nice inhale here, feel that stretch in the side of your body. Keeping that chest nice and open, push that left shoulder backwards. Just hold here and breathe, inhale. Exhale, maybe you can reach a little bit further. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, raise those hands to the sky. And then from here, we're going to take a twist to the right hand side. So bringing the right hand behind you, placing the left hand to the right knee, and gazing over that right shoulder. So really push that chest open. You can use your left hand to push into your right knee to take that twist a little bit deeper. Draw that belly button inwards, lengthen the spine, lift the crown of the head. Holding. Take a nice deep inhale. And a nice complete exhale. Inhale. And exhale, release that pose. Inhale, raise the hands to the sky. Lengthen. And then as we exhale, let's sink over to the left hand side, placing the left palm down to the mat, reaching up and over with those right fingertips, feeling that stretch in the right side of your body. Keep that right sit bone grounded. You can gaze up towards your right fingertips, just push that right shoulder backwards so that the chest doesn't come downwards. Imagining you're in between two panes of glass here. And just hold, feeling that stretch. Inhale and exhale. Melting into the pose. Maybe you take it a little bit further. Nice inhale, raise the hands to the sky. And then as we exhale, we're going to take that twist to the left. So placing that left hand behind you, bringing that right hand to the left knee, and gazing over your left shoulder. Draw that belly button inwards, open that chest. Use that right hand to push into the left knee. Take that twist a little bit further. Feel that twist in your spine. Hold and breathe, inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale, come back to center. From here, we're going to inhale, raise those hands to the sky again. And as you exhale, just bring those arms down beside you. From here, we're going to sweep those arms forwards as we round our spine and bring those palms together, interlace the fingers, and just push the back of the hands towards me, towards your computer screen, TV. Feel that rounding in your spine, that stretching through your shoulder blades as you draw that belly button in, as you really push away and round that spine. Drop your chin to your chest. So inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale, release the hands. Inhale, take them back out long. And then we're going to take the hands behind us, interlace the fingers, push the palms together. Take a nice deep inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, push those hands upwards. Push that chest open. And feel that stretch. Breathing here. Just surrendering yourself to this pose. So inhale, exhale, release the hands. Inhale, take those arms back out long, reach the fingertips away. It's like you're pulling your left and your right fingertips away from each other. And then as you exhale, you're going to draw your right arm across your body And let's hook our left arm over the top, as close to the wrist as you can, and then just pull that right arm in with the left. So keeping your chest square to the front of your mat, and then just take the gaze over to the right. Feeling that stretch in your tricep. Let's take one more nice deep inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale, take those arms out long. And exhale, let's draw the left arm across the body, hook that right arm over the top. And we're just going to pull that left arm in with the right. Chest stay square to the front of the mat. And maybe you just want to take that gaze over to the left. So inhale, exhale, release. Inhale, take those arms out long. And then exhale, we're going to draw those hands in front of us again, interlace those fingers, push the palms away, round that spine, feel that stretch again in those shoulder blades. Inhale, let's raise those hands up to the sky, push the arms backwards, and then as you exhale, drop the chin to the chest. And bring those hands down, place them on the back of your head. Let those elbows sink inwards. And just use the weight of the arms, your elbows, just to feel that stretch in the back of your neck if that's too much. And just release the hands. And just let the weight of your head be stretching out the back of your neck. So with every exhale, feeling any tension in that area just melting away. So inhale and exhale, release those hands to the knees, lift the gaze, and let's do some more shoulder rolls. So just roll those shoulders backwards and roll those shoulders forwards. Perfect. So from here, we're going to inhale, look up and arch that spine. So using those hands, you can pull into the knees as you open that chest. And then as you exhale, round through that spine, bring your chin to the chest, draw that belly button inwards, seated cat-cows. And again, inhale, look up, arch the spine. Exhale, draw that chin to the chest, around the spine. And just carry this on with your own breath pattern. So you can either just carry on doing this, or if you want, maybe you want to add some circles, some little rotations into this movement. Just warming up that spine. Nice, and just take one more. And then from here, we're going to inhale, raise those hands to the sky. And just bring those elbows, bring the palms of the hands to the elbows, the opposite elbow. And just push those arms backwards and push that chest forwards. Stretching out those shoulders. Breathe, inhale. And exhale. So inhale and exhale, just release those hands. Inhale, take those arms back up to the sky. And exhale, hinge forward, place those palms to the mat. And we're going to roll forward into our tabletop position. So the wrists are under the shoulders, the knees are under the hips. And we're not going to stay here for long. We're going to tuck those toes and we're going to raise those hips to the sky. So coming into our first downward facing dog of the practice here. So take your time in this pose and we're just going to walk those legs. So bend one knee, bend the other knee. Shake the hips from side to side. Shake the head yes, shake the head no. Just bringing some nice movement into our bodies this morning. So stretching out through the back of the legs, really lift those hips up towards the sky. So no worries if you can't get your heels down onto the mat, that's not the aim. Just push into your mat through your hands, push into the mat through your feet, just feel grounded. Just melt that chest down towards the mat, gaze towards your belly button. This is your downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. And from here, when you're ready, just inhale, gaze forwards, bend those knees, and just slowly walk those feet up towards the top of the mat. Bringing them in between those hands, and just take a forward fold. So if you need to here this morning, sometimes our legs, our whole bodies can be a little bit tight in the morning. So if you can normally do a forward fold, no worries. And today, maybe you might need to put a little bend into those knees. Take that option if you need to. And just feel that stretch down the back of your legs. And just let yourself hang, draw the crown of the head downwards towards the mat. And just let your body lengthen. So again, feeling that stretch in the back of your legs. And just feel that lengthening through the spine. Inhale here. Exhale, releasing tension. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, let's raise those hands to the sky, reach up tall. And exhale, bring those palms together, bring them down through heart center. We're just going to go into some sun salutations. So let's inhale, raise the hands to the sky. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward, gaze towards the mat. Inhale, come into a halfway lift, look up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step the right, step the left foot back or jump back into high plank. Bend those elbows, lower yourself down, chaturanga, or you can take knees, chest, chin. Inhale, come into your upward facing dog. And exhale, raise the hips to the sky, take your downward facing dog. Hold here, inhale. And exhale. Just warming up the body this morning. Inhale, gaze forwards, bend the knees. Step the right, step the left foot forward or jump forward to the top of the mat. Or you can take several steps. Exhale into that standing forward fold. Inhale, raise the hands to the sky. Arch slightly backwards, gaze upwards. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forwards. Inhale, come into a halfway lift, look up, lengthen that spine. Exhale, step the left, step the right foot back or jump back into your high plank. Bend those elbows, slowly lower yourself down through chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, take your downward facing dog. Nice, hold here. Moving through this pose, inhale and exhale. Nice, inhale, gaze forwards, bend the knees, step the left, step the right foot forward or jump forward into your standing forward fold. Exhale. Inhale, raise the hands to the sky, arch slightly backwards, gaze upwards. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forwards. Gaze towards the mat. Inhale, take that halfway lift, look up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step or jump back into your high plank. Bend the elbows, lower yourself down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Upward facing dog, our hips are off of the mat. Exhale, raise those hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Breathe here, inhale. And exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, gaze forwards, bend those knees, jump or step back to the top of the mat. Exhale into that standing forward fold. And inhale, let's raise the hands to the sky. Exhale, hands come together at heart center. Perfect. From here, we're going to inhale, raise the hands to the sky, put a bend into those knees. Let's come into our chair pose. So tuck the tailbone under, lengthen the spine, push the arms backwards beside the ears. Gaze forwards. Take a nice deep inhale here. As you exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward, gaze towards that mat. Inhale, come into a halfway lift, look up, lengthen that spine. Exhale, step or jump back, high plank. Bend those elbows, lower yourself down through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Perfect. From here, inhale, raise that right leg to the sky. And exhale, step that foot forward to the top of the mat. Ground through the left foot, take those toes to a 45-degree angle. And raise those hands to the sky, coming into your warrior one. So that front knee is bent 90 degrees. Hips are square to the front of the mat, arms are beside the ears. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, exhale, face the palms to the mat. Step the right foot back to meet the left, high plank. Take your flow, lower yourself down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, raise that left leg to the sky. Exhale, step that foot forward to the top of the mat. Ground through the right foot, take the toes to a 45-degree angle. Raise those hands to the sky. Warrior one. Bend into that front knee. Hips are square to the front of the mat. Strong in your warrior pose. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, exhale, face those palms to the mat. Step the left foot back to meet the right. And take your flow, lower yourself down. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hold here and breathe. Inhale, gaze forwards, bend those knees from here. And either step or jump back to the top of your mat. Exhale into that standing forward fold. Inhale, put a bend into the knees and raise the hands to the sky. We come back into our chair pose. So tuck that tailbone, lengthen the spine, push the arms backwards. Hold here, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, exhale. Draw those hands together at heart center. Perfect. So inhale, let's raise those hands to the sky. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forwards, gaze towards that mat. Inhale, take a halfway lift, look up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step that right foot back, lower that knee to the floor. And raise those hands to the sky, untuck the toes. So sinking into your low lunge. You want your left knee to be over your left ankle. Raise those hands to the sky. Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale, let's just take those arms out to the side. Inhale here. And exhale, twist to the left. So gazing backwards towards those left fingertips. Take a nice deep inhale here. And a nice complete exhale. Inhale. And then as you exhale, flip your front hand, and we're just going to slide our left hand down the back of our right leg and reach the right hand upwards, gaze upwards towards the right palm. Keep sinking forwards into that lunge. Hold here, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, cartwheel that left arm up to meet the right. And exhale, face those palms down to the mat. From here, you're just going to shift your left foot to the outside edge of the mat. Bring your left hand to the inside of your right foot. And we're going to go for our lizard pose. So just feeling into this pose wherever you need to today. So this one's stretching out our hips. So you can either stay on the palms of your hands here, or you can melt down onto those forearms if the flexibility in your hips allows it. And you can either just stay here with your right knee down onto the floor. Or if you want to take more of an active variation of this pose, you're going to tuck the right toes and lift that right knee. So we'll just hold in this pose for a moment, just really feeling through that stretch in our hips. So just taking nice deep breaths. And just with every exhale, allowing yourself to release any tension and just to melt a little bit further into that pose. Just really appreciating all the lovely benefits of our lizard pose. And then from here, if you lifted that back knee, just drop it back down to the mat. And you're just going to walk your left foot over to the right side of your mat. And just drop that knee over to the left side of your mat. Sink that right leg backwards if you need to. And walk those hands up towards your hips. Open up that chest, so push that chest open as we come into our pigeon pose. So take a nice deep inhale here. And a nice complete exhale. Inhale, and on our next exhale, we're going to walk those hands forwards. And we're going to sink that chest down to the mat. So coming onto your forearms. And then dropping your head all the way down to the mat. And just really sinking into this pose. So feeling this in your hips also. And again, with every out breath, just allowing yourself, giving yourself permission to sink into that pose. Try not to hold any tension in any areas of your body. Just let it go with your out breath. And just feel grounded here on the mat with your third eye. Resting, grounded. And we'll just take a few more moments here just to really appreciate the benefits of this pose. So this is a pose you can use as a sort of restorative pose. So you can stay in this pose for a very long time, so several minutes in this pose to really open up those hips. So if you have tight hips, maybe a good one to add to your morning routine or your bedtime routine. Okay, and then from here, just start to walk those hands back up towards your hips. And we're going to tuck the right toe, lift the right knee, and step that left foot back to meet the right. So we're coming into a high plank. Bend those elbows, slowly lower yourself down through your chaturanga. Inhale, take your upward facing dog. And exhale, raise those hips to the sky, take that downward facing dog. Perfect. Inhale, we're going to step that right foot forward to the top of the mat. Drop that left knee down, untuck the toes, raise the hands to the sky. Perfect. So sinking into your lunge, feeling that stretch in your hips. So your right knee should be over your right ankle here. So reposition yourself if that knee is sinking too far forwards, or if you're not fully in the pose. So if you're not sinking into this lunge, then you're not going to feel the stretch in your hips. So breathe, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, take those arms out to your side. Inhale here, exhale, twist to the right. So gaze towards those right fingertips. Nice inhale here. And exhale, push that right shoulder backwards. Inhale, exhale, flip the palm of the left hand and slide that right hand down the back of the left leg. Reach the left hand upwards, gaze towards the palm of the hand, remembering still to sink into the lunge. Hold here, inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, cartwheel that right arm up to meet the left. And exhale, place those hands down to the mat. Shift that right foot over to the right side of the mat. And bring the right hand to the inside of the right foot as we start to sink into that lizard pose. So again, you can either stay on the palms of your hands, or if the flexibility in your hips allows it, you're going to sink down onto those forearms. Feeling that stretch through those hips in your lizard pose. And then again, if you like, you can stay here, or to take more of an active variation, so more of a strengthening pose as well as stretching out those hips, you can tuck the left toe and just lift that left knee off of the mat. So just take it to whatever you like today, whatever feels good. And the chances are that this side will feel completely different to the other one. Maybe this side feels harder, maybe this side feels easier. But your left and your right sides always differ. One side is always more of a challenge. And again, using that breath to just really melt into the pose. And if you've got your back knee lifted, just drop that knee back down to the mat and just shift that right foot over to the left side of the mat. Come back up onto the palms of the hands, obviously, if you come down onto your forearms. And then we're just going to drop the knee to the right side of the mat. Shuffle that left leg back a little bit. Walk those hands up towards your hips, open the chest. Going into our pigeon pose, so push that chest open. So inhale here and exhale. Inhale and exhale, walk those hands forwards. Folding forwards, bringing your torso down to the mat. Coming down onto your forearms and melting that forehead down. And just giving yourself permission again just to relax in this pose. Feel that stretch in your hips. And just releasing any tension, melting into your mat with each and every out breath. So just allow yourself to feel the stretch. Just feel loosened up as you take your out breaths. And just trust your body. So trust that your body will only go to wherever it can. And then we use our breath just to send it a little bit further. Okay, take one more nice deep inhale here. And then exhale, just start to lift yourself up, walk those hands back and towards your hips. And then we're just gonna step the right foot back to meet the left. From here, we're going to drop our knees down to the mat and just walk those knees in a little bit, walk the hands in a little bit so that the wrists are under the shoulders, the knees are under the hips. We're coming back into our tabletop position. From here, we're going to inhale, raise that right hand to the sky. So open up through your chest. And then exhale, thread that arm through to the left-hand side. Drop that shoulder down to the mat. Drop the right cheek down to the mat. And then with your left hand, you can either keep it where it is, or you can inhale, raise that hand to the sky. And exhale, try and take hold of your right thigh. Push that left shoulder backwards. Open that chest to the left side of your mat. Just hold here for a few breaths. So inhale here, exhale, release that left hand and just push yourself back up into your tabletop position. And we're going to take the other side. So inhale, raise that left hand to the sky, gaze upwards, push that shoulder backwards. Away from you, open the chest. And exhale, thread that arm through to the right hand side, dropping the shoulder to the mat, dropping the left cheek to the mat. And then with that right hand, you can either keep it where it is if this is enough, or you can inhale, raise that hand to the sky. Exhale, bring that hand behind you. Take hold of the left thigh. Push that right shoulder backwards. Open that chest to the right side of the mat. Nice. Inhale and exhale, release the right hand. Push yourself back up into tabletop position. And then from here, just start to walk those hands further forwards and melt that chest downwards towards the mat, coming into your puppy pose. So melt that chest towards the mat. Maybe your chin comes to the mat, maybe your forehead comes to the mat. And then if you want to take the stretch a little bit further, you can cup your hands, so come onto your fingertips. So that just creates a little bit more space for you to be able to sink your body down a little bit deeper. Just feel that stretch in your shoulders and sort of like your armpits. And feel that lengthening through your spine. Draw that belly button inwards. Perfect. Inhale here. Exhale, lift that chest. Walk those hands back into your tabletop position. Tuck those toes. And let's raise those hips to the sky, coming into our downward facing dog. From here, inhale, gaze forwards, bend the knees, either jump or step your feet to the outside of your hands at the top of your mat. Sink those hips downwards, coming into your squat. Bring those hands together at heart center. Use the elbows to push into the knees. Gaze forwards, lengthen the spine. Open the chest. Nice. From here, just place those palms to the mat. And then as we inhale, we're going to raise the hips to the sky, coming into a wide-legged forward fold. And then exhale, sink those hips back down. Inhale, lift the hips to the sky. Exhale, sink the hips back down. And one more time, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And this time we're just going to take those hands behind us and we're just going to drop down into a seated position. Take those legs out nice and long. So from here, we're going to point those toes to the sky. And then as we inhale, we're going to raise those hands to the sky, so creating space. Bring those arms beside your ears, lengthen the spine, draw the belly button inwards. And as we exhale into our forward fold, try and keep those arms beside the ears. Gaze towards the toes. And just slowly hinge at the hips. Take this to as far as you can without moving the arms from the ears. And then when you get to that position, just drop the hands to wherever you can and keep the torso where it is. And here's where we're going to work on the pose. So gaze towards those toes. Maybe you want to put a slight bend into your knees to bring the torso to the thighs. Just lengthen that spine here. Feel that stretch in the back of your legs where your toes are pointed. And just hold and breathe. And with every out breath, allowing yourself to sink a little bit deeper. Focusing on the chin coming down first, not the forehead, because we don't want to round through that spine. Okay, so inhale one more time here. And exhale, slowly peel yourself back up to a seated position. Just roll those shoulders backwards here. And roll them forwards. Perfect. So from here, we're just going to put a bend into that left leg. And then we're going to put a bend into that right leg. And we're going to bring the soles of the feet together. So push those knees downwards towards the mat. Take hold of your toes. And lengthen through your spine. So opening up those hips, push those knees down. Maybe you want to move those knees up and down. Bringing a little bit of movement into the pose, stretching out those hips. Nice, and then from here, just come back to a cross-legged position. And we're going to inhale, raise the hands to the sky. And exhale, cactus those arms, so bend those elbows, push the shoulders, the elbows backwards, push the chest forwards. And again, inhale, raise the hands to the sky. And exhale, just drop those hands downwards. And just take some nice big shoulder rolls backwards. And take those shoulder rolls forwards. And then maybe from here, just take a nice few head rolls. Taking the head, rotating it in one direction, nice gentle movements. And taking it in the other direction. And just do one more nice big head roll. And then one final stretch. We'll inhale, raise the hands to the sky. Bring those palms together, gaze upwards, push the arms backwards, lengthen the spine. And then as you exhale, draw those hands through together at heart center. Bring your head with it, so bow that chin down towards the chest, close the eyes. Push those thumbs into your heart center. Feel your energy in between the palms of your hands. Sending it inwards, taking what you need, giving what you can give. Just return to a normal breathing pattern and just notice how that feels for you now. And just notice how you feel any areas of tension still in your body. And as we take a nice deep inhale, we send the breath to those areas of tension. And then as we exhale, we let it go. And again, one more nice big inhale. And exhale, letting all that tension go. And take one more nice big inhale. And as you exhale, gently lift the head and blink those eyes open. Thank you for joining me this morning. I hope you enjoyed this practice, and I hope to see you all again very soon.